Is Chad a failed state?
Well, I don't think so. It's a functioning state. And we recognize, we know we have a lot of challenges, but at least we have institutions. We have functioning democratic institutions. We have political parties. You have free press. You have the professional unions, workers' unions, have the right for strike. You have private media, and you have all the elements of a functioning state. I can understand there is a serious communication problem. We admit as a government we haven't been as efficient as our opponents in communicating some of the realities in Chad.
Is the crisis in Darfur the cause of Chad's recent problems?
And this was a conflict when occurred about 4 years ago. My country stood alone. At the time, nobody learned that there is a problem. Nobody learned that there is a genocide going on. And nobody was on the ground to take care of the hundreds of thousands of the refugees who fled to Chad. They just survive by their own selves. They don't have shelter, they don't have food. So my country handled that alone, from the humanitarian side of view, from security-wise, and also from political side. My President Idris Deby Itno, he negotiated, he offered his mediation between the conflicting parties. We brought about a ceasefire agreement which allowed the humanitarian agencies to get into Darfur and learn what's going on for the first time. That we didn't get credit for that in this report. At least we, on the contrary, we got the punishment for that, because the presence of refugees is a negative indicator. It's an instability indicator for the country. So the fact that we welcome refugees, and this is the right thing to do. These are people who are innocent, are part of the international community, member of the international community, and a neighbor country. This is our moral and legal obligation to take care of these guys. We did the right thing, and we got the wrong reward.
Is Chad's recent decline the result of having the same president in power for 17 years?
The president is doing so good. That's the argument. Why should we change him for the sake of changing? And our country is so fragile given the intentions of some of our neighbors and the circumstances of the consequences of Darfur and the unstable Republic of Central Africa. Let the president continue to complete some of his good programs on position, and Chad became more stable, and the people would decide. If the people of Chad chosen, even though we amended the constitution, but they say no way, he could not be elected. I think some of the opposition parties, they gave the opportunity for the presidency party to win by boycotting the elections.
Why are Chad's people failing to benefit from the country's oil wealth? Is corruption the problem?
We became oil producing country now. We have only 3 years, and all this. If you today can go to the website of the college, which is responsible for the management of it. You see the highways we have built. We have the schools we have built. In spite of all these challenges, you see the investment in the sectors of education, in health, in rural development, in infrastructure, all have been done in a very transparent way. And we have respected our commitments to earmark certain percentage of the oil revenue for these priority sectors. And this is for the first time in history of Chad. Chad doesn't have a budget deficit. Not only that, but we have a surplus of $500 million. But there is no sophisticated government-sponsored elite involved corruption, which you can finger point in bank account. You have private bank account in Swiss or overseas for the president or president's sons or cousins or the ambassador or whoever it is. This is not the best embassy. And it doesn't look like oil producing embassy. My car is 2000 Cadillac 2002. So there is no luxury. We are not living luxury. We are doing whatever it takes to do the right things and put in place in a very transparent way. There have been some criticism for the corruption. For example, the commission we put, the independent commission, have criticized a very critical report on the management of the first 2 years, But you can, they failed to provide a single case of corruption where you have millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars involving major government responsible people in the position.